Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Tina from TinaHeals.com, and if you have a Taurus Ascendant, a Gemini Moon and a Pisces Sun, then this is your video. You have, of course, a second house Moon, and interestingly you have an 11th house Pisces Sun. Okay, your ascendant or your rising is in fixed earth, a nocturnal, dry, hard, ruled by Venus. Okay, this is a very fixed, stubborn energy. The glyph is the bull, which is about endurance, a very measured approach, a very methodical and measured approach. This is the archetype of the builder. And your moon is in mutable air, ruled by Mercury. Now the moon is not very comfortable in Gemini. It is not a very, moon does not have much dignity in the air signs. So it makes it very conflicted and very dualistic. Okay, and this is mutable, so very adaptable, very impressionable. Moods can shift and change and flux like crazy with this moon in Gemini. Second house related to income. So your emotions are in a way related to income. Okay, I mean, if you know how to use the moon sign energy, then you may be able to communicate something very special, because this is the archetype of the communicator. And now your sun is again in mutable water, ruled by Jupiter in traditional astrology or Neptune in modern astrology. So this makes you a very dreamy, mystical person. With that 11th house, a very lucky house. It is like the house of blessing. And it is the house where Jupiter finds planetary joy. So very lucky, very benefic house for the sun to be in. The sun is again not, comfortable in Pisces. So not a very good placement for the sun. Now the ascendant is the degree of the zodiac, rising on the eastern side of the horizon at the moment of your birth, and the sign on which it falls is your rising sign. This is the most you part of the chart. This is your physical constitution, your psychological makeup, how you look, how you dress, how you gesture, how the world perceives you. It is sort of how you are plugged into the matrix. It is like the helm of your natal chart. Okay, from here you steer your natal chart. Mercury finds joy in this house, and although Mercury is not traditionally very comfortable in Taurus, but this is a place where, this is a sign that deals with banking, finances, Taurus. Okay, this deals with food, vegetation, agriculture, the arts and craft, all things to do with women, beauty products, okay, fashion designing, because this is a sort of Venusian, and so many things of this world are Venusian, even film, theater. So much of that can be encompassed in this. And film, theater, I say, because you also have a Pisces 11th house sun, 11th house larger communities that you can attract by your acting. And you have a beautiful voice, because you're also probably very beautiful. That Pisces sun and the Taurus Ascendant makes you very feminine, very beautiful. When you walk into a room, people see that Venus side of you. I think Venus is exalted in Pisces as well. So people see that Venus in you, okay? Even if you don't consider yourself to be beautiful, most likely you do. But they notice your voice too, because Taurus rules the throat and the thyroid and has a very close connection with food. So this connection can, mean that you put on a lot of weight. Because you're fixed earth, you can find it very difficult to lose this weight. Okay, and because you love to cook and you love to eat and engage with the world through your five senses, very tactile, you love to touch, smell, feel, just lay in bed, pleasure, you like to take it slow. And if in a relationship you want to be committed, and you can be quite controlling, quite dominating, you can get angry, okay? There's a very hedonistic side to Taurus, a very overindulgent side to Taurus. Venus is, after all, the five senses, and she seduces us into existence, lesser benefic. But if we remain so seduced in our material reality, we become enmeshed with materialism. And Taurus is so much more than that. Yes, it's functionality. Yes, it's substance. Yes, it's earth, vegetation, embodiment, and all of that. But ultimately, Taurus is about harmony and beauty in all things, and really embodying existence in a very earthy, sensual way. You have to look at Venus to see how she's placed by sign, by house, by aspects, to see how this ascendant is going to play out through which filter. Uranus and Taurus has changed your life, but look at this electrical storm, which is Uranus, as your rooting, because oak trees root deeper if they're threatened by such storms. So Taurus, root. But this need to root, if taken to extremes, can mean you rescue rootless people and force them to root. So sometimes you may even play the archetype of the rootless person because you want to be rescued. Okay, Taurus ascendant knows their wedding, very romantic, and with that Pisces sun, yes, fantasy is a big component of your life, okay, big part of your life. Now, the chakras, Muladhara, the Sephiroth of Taurus is Malkuth. Again, physical, base, reality, okay? Do not get trapped in this world. Realize Taurus is about awakening the third eye. Aldebaran, the fixed star, is the third eye of the bull in the Taurus constellation. Keep that in mind. Now, moving on to your Gemini moon. The moon is the mother. It's our emotions. It's how we connect. ESP, imagination, psychic awareness, clairvoyance, clairaudience. The moon is the embodiment of our secrets, our mysteries, ancestors, past lives. A very secretive, beautiful side to us, the feminine, the receptive. The moon is cold and moist. And she's in this, mercurial, hot air sign of, dry sign of Gemini. Very, very much at cross purposes. 1,000 thoughts flit by. You cannot concentrate. You cannot ground. You're constantly being pushed, pulled and pushed. Moon so quick moving, Mercury so quick moving. So your emotions are racing and you can't touch base with them. You can't ground them easily. That takes practice. Okay, even Mercury retrograde hits you, like you can have meltdowns. You can really feel like destroyed emotionally with Mercury retrogrades. Okay, and even think of the physical body. Gemini rules the shoulders and the extremities. Taurus rules the neck. Immediately with Gemini, we have polarization. We have, the splitting of the body into two. The glyph of Gemini, the higher self, the lower self, always very dualistic. But Mercury, the ruler of your moon, is very precocious. So you're very naughty, mischievous, humorous. You understand wit. You can be very quick with your words. May not think all the time. Gemini moon doesn't think, doesn't like completion, doesn't like detailing, and cannot stay in one place at the same time. That could be a problem. Now, having your moon in Gemini could mean you're very connected to the way you communicate. And if you figure out how to do that, you'll make a lot of money. Second house moons can make money if you understand. That is the key to unlocking your abundance. Your mom, although not emotionally invested in you, could be a reason for your income in some way. Even your older sister could be very intellectual, very mercurial in some way. This moon is also great for finance, because nowadays money is not like gold or real money. It's just ones and zeros on your computer. So it's mercurial, the money. You can understand banking finances very well with also a moon in Mercury, the stock markets. That's what Mercury rules. Mercury also rules thieves. So, there's this very up and down energy with Mercury. Now, just remember that whatever you feel, if you can, and this communication can even come through acting. which is something your Pisces moon and your Taurus rising can do so well. Because Pisces sun is probably, Pisces moon, Pisces sun, Pisces ascendants, brilliant actors. Because they've known the whole zodiac. All the zodiac has dumped the energy. Each sign has dumped its energy into Pisces. Okay, so Pisces understands every emotion, every experience, ruled by Jupiter that expands in traditional astrology, mutable, impressionable, adaptable, and Neptune, the ruler of the foggy mists. But Pisces sun can be really, about mysticism, spirituality, tarot, astro. You could be very, very into that, and you can have your channel where you put it all out, or acting, as I said. Pisces automatically gives you that flexibility to put yourself in other people's shoes, to understand their experiences, to live that life. You can, because you're like emotional sponges, psychic sponges. You go around gathering data. Sometimes it's very difficult for you to process all that data, and it becomes like a clusterfuck. And it becomes like, mutated within you, creating toxicity. So you need to always balance this side of your Pisces moon, because Pisces is the fish, the two fishes that are, tied together, both swimming in opposite directions. Imagine the futility of it, like two star-struck lovers, being forced and pulled into two different dimensionality. One is the dimension of spirit, one is the dimension of matter. So the Pisces sun is always conflicted, and the Gemini moon and the Pisces sun are creating a square in the mutables. So there's this real change and flux with life that you just have to adapt to, and you probably know how to adapt to it. A lot of experience in Pisces is always about trauma. In 11th house is larger communities. So maybe in your youth you had some trauma with regards to larger communities. But as you grew up, you understood the psychic, intuitive side to you that you probably feared. Pisces sun's interested in demonology, in the occult arts, tarot, astro, reiki, healing, body work. Because Pisces wants immersion with spirit. So they realize that these healing modalities reconnects them back to source. Pisces rules the feet. Having a sun in Pisces square your moon in Gemini could mean restless leg syndrome and tremendous anxiety. And if you keep puffing cigarettes, your lungs that Gemini rules can get affected. The lungs also ruled by Gemini, like the shoulders. Duality personified. Fish swimming away. Again, duality personified. But this is the archetype of the Messiah, the mystic, the spiritually awakened human. So how do you piece together the builder, the communicator, and the mystic? Because this square also gives you this tremendous burst of energy to figure out what is going on in your mind, and to really channel that and put it out through this 90-degree square aspect into the world. The sun is how we shine. So wherever the sign is, it is shining a light on that. Pisces is about incarceration, intoxication, escapism, seclusion, drowning. Okay, it is all experiences that take you to otherworldly experiences. Okay, it is not a linear progress. So drop me a message if you like this video, and if you want to see more of it, subscribe, like, comment, and book a reading. Consider a donation. Thank you.